Hello, Baden-Wuerttemberg. This is Dijon Rolle from your BW Now Command Information Team. And we are talking about transformation on this edition of our video blog. I have with me Colonel William Butcher, USAG Baden-Wuerttemberg Commander, and Lieutenant Colonel Elizabeth Griffin, USAG Mannheim Commander. Nice to have you both here.
Thank you.
Let's get started. Mannheim has a lot going on, ma'am. Tell us what's happening and when it's happening.
Okay. Taylor Barracks will be returned to the host nation in 2011. So there's a lot we're doing now to prepare that installation for closure. That includes the movement of our DFMWR Auto Skills Center over to Spinelli Barracks.
Okay.
Many of the communities are aware that it's currently closed, and we're in the process of relocating that facility, which will reopen on the 8th of November. We've also got the movement of our vehicle registration, our vehicle inspection point, and the vehicle processing center over to Spinelli Barracks, and they'll reopen on the 16th of December at their new location. Services will still be offered at Taylor Barracks, so the move won't interrupt the ability for family members and soldiers to take advantage of those services. Outdoor rec, on the 1st of November, we'll begin that move to Spinelli Barracks, and family members and soldiers can rent outdoor equipment at Building 1570 on Spinelli, beginning on the 1st of November.
And what about AFES? I know you kind of touched on that a little bit. Is there anything else that we need to know?
Yeah, AFES has been a great partner with the Garrison in communicating their change in service hours. Most recently, we've got the AFES clothing sales, which will be relocating up to Coleman Barracks. A good news story because that brings the facility closer to soldiers that are up at Coleman Barracks.
Okay.
They're going to have to close temporarily between the 3rd and 13th of December to support that move. Also, with the closure of Taylor Barracks, they've made the decision to close their car care center. And DFMWR Auto Skills at Spinelli will be able to pick up some of that business for the community, which is a good news story. Tire sales, for example, will now be available at the filling station on BFE South. So that's closer to the community. Also want to mention some upcoming changes, not in the near term, but both AFES and DECA have partnered in the month of January to close their facilities on Mondays. They'll offer service 6 days a week, but the Monday closure allows time for family members that work at those facilities to take a day off.
Okay, and when is that going to start as far as the DECA and the closures on Monday?
That's the 3rd of January will be the first Monday closure. So we'll get through the holidays, and of course the AFES Shopette on BFV will remain open on Mondays for items like milk, bread, diapers, and the essentials that family members need.
Now to you, sir. Let's talk school closures. What's happening there?
Well, as many people are aware in our community, Mannheim High School will close this year. This is their last year after many decades of great service and support from our school administrators and our teachers. But I'll tell you, the Dodds administrators and the teachers in Mannheim and our great Garrison in Mannheim are doing everything they can to make this the best possible school year for those students. In addition, Mannheim Middle School will close next year, but what we're going to do is consolidate our kindergarten through 8th grade into the Mannheim Elementary School, so there'll be no significant change for those students. As you might know, high school-wise, we're going to bring the high school students from Mannheim to Heidelberg in the impending year.
Okay, how are you preparing for this? So how's Heidelberg preparing for the influx of students from Mannheim?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that our Dodge administrators are doing. Certainly Frank Rolle, the principal at Heidelberg High School, Kevin Brewer, doing great things to prepare for the accommodation of what we would believe to be 50 to maybe 80 high school students in the coming year. One of the things we're doing in our community to make room for those students is we're going to close Mark Twain Village Elementary School, and we will end up busing the elementary students in the Mark Twain Village School to Patrick Henry Village. Plenty of room in Patrick Henry Village. A better sense of programs available to all the students once we consolidate them over there. Something the community's doing, what we're doing to help this transition is through both our peer-to-peer and our our parent-to-parent and our student-to-student relationships. You know, we plan on having orientations in Heidelberg, and Dodge plans on having orientations in Heidelberg High School in particular, to make sure that we welcome properly our Mannheim community into the Heidelberg area.
All right. Last question for you. Where can people go? We hear a lot of rumors, a lot of different information, sources of information. Where is the best place for people to go about transformation?
Undoubtedly, stick to your garrisons for information on transformation. Of course, we have two great home pages, both Mannheim and Heidelberg, and Baden-Wuerttemberg now is another wonderful source. Go to the transformation page under hot links on those sites and get your information there. You can always contact the garrison commanders, myself, or Lieutenant Colonel Griffin if you have any concerns specifically. And I'll tell you, Colonel Griffin described the changes going on in Mannheim tremendously well. And one of the things we're doing to support change is we are standardizing the formats of information pages that we'll post on the outside soon of our front door services, so that if there are changes, those community members will see them right on the front door of that service and can understand where they can get that service in the future.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. We could talk all day, but these are the basic things that you need to know, and that'll do it for us. Thank you for watching.